Hello YouTube, this is Dadmar1079 bringing you the review I was going to bring to you earlier this morning if you saw the previous little update video, but I went, got a new stand, and now I can continue where I was left off. And today we'll be taking a look at Transformer Cybertron Primus, and if you did hear what I said in that little video, this will be a double review. I will be comparing, I will do Primus and Unicron for this one since when I checked it this morning it was still a 50-50 split. And we shall take a look at Primus, and I decided to do it outside since it is more quiet outside, so I do apologize for any noise. But then I thought it was perfectly good because I have this little dolly. So we'll take a good little look at him. Should put him more in the middle. There we go, on that. Nice little roundabout little look at Primus. If you hear any noise, that's just rain. For accessories for him, they come with that of this. The little cyber planet keys, well, those are separate. They come with the, where my brain stopped. The Omega lock, that's what it is. That you're able to just plug in these little keys here and able to just do stuff like that. And this also helps you out with transformation, which we'll get to in a bit. But pretty much for him, for size comparisons, here he is next to, of course, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Here he is next to Voyager class Dreadwing. No, Skyquake, my mistake. Deluxe class Scorn, which this will be a better little comparison next to Unicron. Leader class Jetfire. And of course, here he is next to that of his adversary, Unicron. Gotta hold it out like that. And sorry about the plane. Like I said, I'm out on my patio, so I can have some decent, quiet-ish thing. But now, let us get into transformation. First, pretty much you want to do, you can do start one of two ways. You can either start with this, which are, I guess, they're the wings of the planet, or his legs, which I usually start with his legs. Let's just do that. Oh wait, you actually, never mind. My mistake, you actually do want to start with this first pretty much. You can either do this one of two ways, either one with the key that you plug into this top, or you just do it like I've done it forever. You slide out these, which give you a little action with some guns. Apologize for the dust that you see. Then you want to just lift up this flap to get it out of the way. That exposes his butt and some dust. So apologize. Now you want to take his legs, angle the camera, grab it from here, and just bend it to where the legs are straight, and bend his legs all the way down. And then from there you just want to put his arms out just a little bit and rotate the waist. Actually, you can separate them if you want. Mine do occasionally. Here we go for the legs. And for him to stand up, you just flip out these little, I guess, feet. And I spread them out like this. Now he's gotten taller. Let me lift up the camera. Apologize for it to be shaky. But we're still not done with the legs just yet. As you can see, the planet halves in what looks like to be guns, which you actually do need this for the transformation. All you want to do is plug it in there, make sure it's connected properly, and just turn it this way. And then you got one leg done. You can pop out that. There's a little claw hand in both sides of him that you could do with little minicon storage, but I always tend to keep these in there. Second verse, same like the first. Just plug it in, rotate, and just pop that out. There you go for that. Now we just go right up to the upper body. In this again, you need the Omega lock to put it into his chest. And all you simply do is lift up his arms like this and his head will slowly pop out. You just have to help him the rest of the way, which I'll get that out of the way. And all you have to do is, I guess his batteries finally died. And one more little thing. I'm gonna pop out his hands like that and flip out his guns down. And there you have Primus all in his transformer glory. And he is a quite nice little figure. So again, for the shakiness, I'm gonna get used to this. But let's get a little closer look on his head. If you have working batteries, which I don't, his eyes will light up. He will make a noise when his head fully pops up and everything. And as you can see here, he did have missiles. I have since lost them since I got this when the show was still on for Cybertron and I was little, so I didn't know. In terms of articulation, his fingers are on separate little hinges and everything, so you can bend him every which way. His thumb as well can move, but only like that. So good that you can do that. And also, since he is part of the Armada, the Cybertron, or the Unicron line, I guess, the little trilogy of that starts with Armada, Energon, and ends with Cybertron. You have these little mini-con ports and everything, which I do happen to have one. This is the one off of Unicron. And you can plug them in anywhere there are little ports. I guess this one's too big, and I don't have any of the Cybertron ones that they do have at the moment, but they can plug in pretty much anywhere these little ports are. A little close look down below, like I said, got some nice little weapons, missiles, and his back management is good as well. But articulation wise, besides the fingers, his arms can move out that far. They cannot do a full 360 because of that. His arms are nicely articulated. They also are move around. Legs can go out a good distance. Can't go that much because of that little thing, or that because of this, or you could just take it off. You could get him into a sitting pose since he has a nice little, more than 90-degree bend. His toes is a nice little waist ratchet, and his toes are just on a little pivot to where you can keep them standing like so. Let me get him back to standing real quick, and then we shall take a quick little look at some little size comparisons. I'd have to stand up for this one. Here he is next to Masterpiece Starscream. As you can see, this is definitely was bigger than a leader class, which I shall show you now. Next to Overload, I think. I'm not sure. I forget his name. I haven't said it in a while. Sorry about the plane. Here he is next to Voyager class Optimus Prime. Here he is next to Deluxe Class G2 Swindle, one of my previous reviews from a little bit ago when I had crappy camera graphics. And of course, here he is next to Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And that's pretty much it for this part in the video. Now we shall start. Let me move him off to the side so we can go on to the next little review, which is that of the Chaos Bringer himself. We saw Primus, that of the creation of the Transformers, and now we come to the destroyer of the Transformers, Unicron, the Chaos Bringer, Planet Destroyer, Lord of the Dead, whichever way you see fit to basically call him. I do have his box. I did buy him off of Amazon, but I'm not bringing it out, so I do apologize. And my arm's getting tired, so let's just put him right here so you can get a nice little look at him. As you can see, he has a little visible head syndrome right there. And sadly, one thing that Primus does better than Unicron is, unlike Primus, I don't need a stand to keep him up in the right way, which I know there are little stands that you could do for him, but nah, I'm not gonna do that. But accessories, let's take a look at. Here's one accessory he comes with, a little minicon. I happen to not know his name. If you know his name, put it down in the description below, just like the one size comparison that I did for that. And he is a transformer, so let's just transform him real quick. His feet go out like that. Stiff. And there you go, Unicron's personal little mini-con. Let's just put him off to the side for now and actually take a look at the Chaos Bringer himself. With the mini-con, there are little slots right here that you could push forward to launch these missiles. And for a gimmick, he does have his closing mouth to eat planets, which I actually did thought if I ever did get a stand for him or somehow I would use like those little Lego planets that you got back in the day where you could build little mini sets and all that for the planets he could eat and stuff. But I never did that. Oop, gotta lower the camera real quick. And back it up. Psych, comparison times again. Here he is next to Goku. Scorn, one of his minions from the original G1 movie when he reformatted a bunch of them, which get a little argument down in the description below. Which one do you think he is? Do you think this is Bombshell or Thundercracker? Let me know. Or is it Skywarp? I don't remember. Next to Skyquake. And here he is next to Leader Class Jetfire. Escaped my mind for a second. And now let us get into transformation, shall we? First thing you want to do is, let me see which one side is easier. Here it is. Easier side first to do is this, just unplug. These just sit there and you just unpull them and just fold them out like so. And you can kind of fold them in a little bit to get these little side pieces out of the way. Doesn't want to go with that one. There we go. Now for these, you want to just split his feet apart where they tab in, right there where my thumb is. Untab these, pull them out, and you can just fold them in like so and just rotate, or they unplug too. You just want to, this will be easier. You just want to rotate them in this way. And pretty much you can do with or without. I just tend to do that. Same as the first. It doesn't pop out, does it? No, it doesn't. Which now you can just put these wherever you need to get them out of the way if you need to. Let's see. Another part, oops, skirt pieces fell off. Another thing that you'll want to do to get stuff out of the way, since this one does have some kibble, is his planet, his shell right here. Just untap that, pull them apart. They are connected here, so you want to rotate them as you move it, if it will let me. Seems like it doesn't want to. Is this side one too? Oh yeah, forgot. Gotta rotate it that way and do that. And now you can just move them however you want, just to get them out of the way. Dust in here too. Now let us just move on to the legs so we have something for him to stand on. You just want to untap him from his back, fold them out like so. And now you just want to forcefully move them around. Angle this up and move it back a tad. You want to untap his feet apart from down here. Pull down the feet like so. Rotate his one foot. Second verse, same as the first. This guy is really heavy. Rotate it that way so you have something for him to stand on. And you just can rotate these out of the way yourself. Let me angle him just right. Getting big like Primus. You just move up to here. Now you want to do is just pretty much, you can do this. Oop, I don't want them to untab, which they did. You pretty much want to rotate these out of the way. So you can come and do this. Split his hands apart, rotate them out like so. And all you want to do is snap the arms into these tabs right here. Fold down his arms, flip up his crotch, and push up these shoulder pads on a slide on both ends. Rotate his arms all the way around just so it can make it easier for you to see. Untab to these little panels to reveal his hands. And there you go on that. I tend to leave them out like this just for the sake of it. And pretty much now you just want to do, move up, is flip up his head and rotate his horns, and there you have it, the Chaos Springer in robot mode. And since I'm stretching to get this all done, my arms are actually tired, so let me just put them like that for a second and get you a nice little pan shot of the Chaos Springer himself. He is a magnificent transformer and my only unicron. If my arms are tired now doing this, I wonder how it would be if I had the 60-pound version of him from the HasLab projects. And pretty much to go alongside of him real quick. Let's take a look at his noggin. Nice little close-up, I do apologize. But it is nice little head sculpt, and there is a little battery in his head for his eyes to light up, if you can see it very well. Here you are, for him to do a little beam attack. And also, his other hand can do it as well. Don't know why, I don't remember that in the show. But in terms of articulation, pretty much like Primus. get his thumb out of the way, all the fingers are articulated by 2 little hinges. So you got a nice little range of posability. His thumb pretty much only does that much, so you can give you a semi thumbs up. Crappy one at that. His arms can do a full 360 if you get the horn and everything else out of the way. Nice little 90 degrees bend. Arm can go up that much. Don't want to ruin the plastic. Nice little waist swivel. His legs, if you flip this little skirt piece out of the way, can go up that high. His leg, one of his legs is looser than the other on mine. I don't know because I did play with him a little bit. That's the tight one. This is the loose one. But it does, if you shake him, it goes. Toe, all you got for that, and a little ankle pivot. His legs, if you move his hand out of the way, can go up that far for a nice little spread to try and get him in any poses you can try. And all his back kibble is managed just via that way. I know I've seen some people take it off him and everything, but I like seeing him with all that. And also this. He does have a few secret compartments. If you have a bunch of mini-cons, you can put some mini-cons in there, preferably smaller ones than him, in there, and in his stomach if too, which that doesn't need to pop out. There you go, nice little mini-con storage if you need it. You pop this back on. And also there are little spots right here. Pretty much the mini-cons are a part of him if you don't know the lore, and they can connect to him via every part and get him more power. And also, like I said earlier, you could put him in these little pegs and push him forward for the missiles, and he's also a key. Much like how Primus needs him to transform certain parts of him, he is needed for this little gimmick right here for the chest. Which, if I turn him around, if you were to plug him in right there, this little gizmo will open up and do it. I guess for the purposes of this review, I will show it. So give me a second. Oop, if his crotch doesn't come undone. And there you go. A nice little cannon like he did in the show. And this is what he shoots pretty much right here. I don't know what it's for. It wasn't a projectile I really remember. But you get to see a nice lot of detail in his stuff. And all you have to do is just, while pushing it in, just make sure it goes all the way back. And there you go. Pretty much for now, size comparison. First the one. Let us see next to him with Goku. The one Transformer that can actually defeat him. Optimus, if you get any different version of him. Just the Matrix was enough to destroy him. G2 Swindle. Leader class Overlord, now I remember his name. And here he is next to Masterpiece Starscream. And of course, his mortal enemy since the dawn of time. Here he is next to Primus. As you can see, he is a lot bigger, even with his leg like that for me to keep him upright. He is a lot bigger than he is with Primus. So there you go, my first little double review. I will put chapters in for this video after it comes on there, since I'm using this for my phone and all that. So you'll be able to pick which review you want first. You either want to watch Primus or you want to watch Unicron. In either order you want, but until either my next video, which I will maybe do Friday if I get my package, or you'll see me today at another God of War Ragnarok stream. I don't know. But now I'm dragging this on and it's hot out here. But there you go. I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell to notify you anytime that I post a video or go live. And please leave a comment down below and tell me if you have either one of these or you have both of them like I do, which one is your favorite? And if you do have the HasLabs Unicron, how do you like it comparison to these? And if this too, that they need to make a HasLabs Primus to go with them, let me know on that one. But hope you'll have a great rest of your day, and I shall catch y'all in the next one. See ya.